Hello guys and welcome back to Zola's Lab 2. So today is Thursday, March 14th, 2024. And as you guys can see, the Pi Day / St. Patrick's Day party has officially begun in Zola's Lab 2 until March 21st. So without further ado, let's automatically jump right into it. Obviously, to prove I'm actually, not joking here, this is the Pi Day / St. Patrick's Day party from March 14th to the 21st. There's your proof I actually wasn't joking about that. By the way, one of the key things for this party is that all of the signs have been painted green. That might actually be a callback to a previous event, actually. So, I won't be surprised. Anyway, automatically jumping right in, we have a sign for Pi Day, and of course a sign for St. Patrick's Day, with that being a shamrock and this being a pie, with of course the pie symbol on it. To also really get ourselves started with this whole thing, we automatically have both hats dedicated to both days respectively. The Pi Day 2024 hat right here, and literally right next to it, the St. Patrick's 2024 hat. So let's also pick that up. Let's start off with the Pi Day hat. And to clarify, that is how it looks. It looks very cool. As for the Shamrock hat, the St. Patrick's Day hat, it looks like this. It looks so cool. But since it's still Pi Day, we'll do it for the sake of the video. Continuing our tour in the lab office, as you guys can see, a majority of this is actually decorated for St. Patrick's Day, mainly the lights itself. We can also see by all the banners spread around the lab. Oh, and by the way, as a throwback to the St. Patrick's Day party of 2019, all the sheep are green for St. Patrick's Day. Just thought I'd tell you that is another key addition of this party. This is also decorated in gold, at least all the pillars are decorated in gold. And of course, we have even more green elements over here. Also, I hope you guys love the banner too. It took a while to do this. Actually, the same goes with the Pi Day banner, which we will get to later. Speaking of which, there is some slight Pi Day decorations in here. Mainly these to be specific. That also can explain why all the banners are located over here. Outside of that, I do first off want to confirm that for the first time in quite a long time actually, the flower shop is not decorated. Unlike the flower shop, the roof is updated. Actually, there are a lot of rooms that actually are not updated for this party. But you may question why it took an hour. Well, the items also took a while to make, so that's also another reason. Also, I started slightly late, by accident. Anyway, as you can see, we have another Pi symbol over here, which is very cool, as you can also notice that this is a full-on Pi Day room. Speaking of which, this is literally where we get our next item, the Pi Day 2024 banner, which is literally what's spread across this entire room, as you can see. Also, yes, I did take some slight inspiration from Zola's Lab 3 and decorated the fences like this. I knew I was going to do that. Point is, this actually is really cool. And I hope you guys love it. Because it took a while to do, actually. Actually, scratch that. That goes for actually all these rooms. There may not be that many rooms in this party, but do be known that some of these did take a while to make. So that also could probably explain the one-day delay. I thought I'd just make that clear real quick. But this actually looks really, really cool. And actually, for the rest of this, let's actually go ahead and actually put that on so I don't have to keep holding it. And what I mean by is, like, just holding it within, the right arm. But regardless, this is such a cool room. And what do you guys think? Comment down below. I'd love to hear it. This actually looks really cool. Oh, actually, the flower shop is not the only room to unexpectedly not get decorated for the first time in forever. Guess what also didn't get decorated for the first time in forever? The outside. Don't worry, next event. The next event in Zola's Lab 2 is the Easter Fool's Party from March 28th, ending April 4th. A combination between Easter and April Fool's Day. since they are literally 1 day apart. Look out for that in the next 2 weeks, and hopefully, unlike this party, we actually get it out on time. This is technically considered the third room in a row if you do go through, say, the outside lab office and backyard here all in a row. But as you may notice, it actually is true. This is actually another combination of both designs, where we have St. Patrick's Day on this side and Pi Day on this side. Which, speaking of which, that is ironically where our second to last item is in this party. At least for Pi Day to be specific, as we will be coming back later on to collect all the St. Patrick's Day items. This being the Pi shirt. Putting that on, this is how it looks. It looks very cool. Now, yes, you may also notice that there is a St. Patrick's Day version. However, that is actually... Hey, we can collect it! Hooray! That's right, because it's actually March 15th. Okay, maybe it is better than I'm filming this later than normal, because we can actually collect the item. Nice! So hey, maybe filming this later is actually probably for the better. Because, hey, we get to collect 2 items for St. Patrick's Day. We only would have been able to collect 1 if it was still the 14th. But this isn't a bad thing after all. Back to the point, though. This is decorated for St. Patrick's Day, as you can clearly tell. Of course, by the banners. And again, like I said, on the other side is, of course, Pi Day, which we can see all the decorations right over here as well. And, of course, we can also see it from the other way around as well, which is also very cool. It really shows how cool some of these rooms can truly be. And if I'm being honest, that's exactly how this may feel. So what do you guys think? This is actually really cool. Now that we have the backyard over with, now we can head down to the rest of the lab. Heading down to the rest of the lab, we can see that there are more sheep that are green. However, again, we may have to hunt some down that aren't. Rose Crystal's room, as you can see, is updated for this party. You know, it's actually really funny, because Rose Crystal will literally be returning in, like, probably 12 hours. So hey, this party released at just the right timing. Literally, I'm not even kidding. This is literally the day she's coming back for spring break, so this party literally released at just the right timing. Back to the point, though. This is how her room looks. I should probably change that bed to green, though. But I will do that later. Regardless, this is how the room looks. It actually looks super cool. What do you guys think of this? And yes, I purposely did design this like this. It actually looks really, really cool. We can also see the green lights as well, as they are all over the room. Now, the storage room is not updated, but if I had a good feeling, a majority of the sheep are not green back there. I freaking knew it. There we go. Everybody is painted now. Let's freaking go. Everybody is green down here. Looks freaking beautiful. It feels weird, but also really cool at the same time because it technically also does celebrate St. Patrick's Day as a whole. Moving on, as we can see. Now, as you may notice, the underground party room is also updated for this party. It shouldn't be a shock, though, considering this has been decorated a lot more recently than we may have intended. In fact, this is ironically where our last Pi Day item is located. And actually, you can collect any of the pies on this table and you'll automatically get the item. Now, it'll only work in this room, so no other room will work where there are pies located. Nope, it is only this room that this will work. With all that being said, I also want to clarify that this is the last Pi Day themed room. The rest from this point forward are St. Patrick's Day. But it is another combination. Again. Now, this item right here, the Luck Potion, is not available until March 16th, so we aren't able to collect it. But just to clarify, we have officially collected all 4 Pi Day items. We may have collected them kind of out of order, but it didn't really matter considering most of them, well, all of them released on the same day. But you also may notice that there are also tables here, which some of them have actually been decorated for Pi Day. Even though now it's, you know, actually after that, but you get the idea. Hey, I tried! Regardless, though, this actually does look pretty cool. And okay, I guess that's one thing I might have to fix. But actually, I'll probably just keep it. It looks cool. I'm referring to the fact that there's 2 of the orange wool right there. I'm probably just gonna just leave that alone. Let me guess. DJ shape. Yep, I had a good feeling he's not green. Yep, make him green right now. And if I had to guess, HQ Secretary probably also isn't. I kind of forgot to go down to majority of these rooms before filming, so that is my fault. I was so focused on all these rooms that I just forgot about it. That also says Happy Pi Day 2024. Very cool. Obviously, these icons have changed from cookies to pies. That makes the most sense here, at least from what I can tell. Now, that's it for the Pi Day side of this room. The other side is obviously dedicated to St. Patrick's Day, as we can clearly see. Which can also explain why the beacons look like that, by the way. I should also mention that Classic Underground Party Room is not updated, but will be in the next event. I promise. I did not have enough time to get down there, if I'm being completely honest. But do be known, it will be in the next party, I promise. I'm, like, actually serious. We will do it next time, I promise. With all of that said, this is how the other side of the Underground Party Room looks. It actually looks super freaking cool. So what do you guys think? Oh, and actually, wait, let me actually change that to green, even though I think we used the dark green dye, but that still works. Regardless, though, that's actually it for the Underground Party Room. What do you guys think of this? This actually looks really, really cool. I really do hope you guys love this. Because it took a while to make this. And you could probably see that this was probably one of the rooms that actually took the longest to make, if it didn't already make itself kind of obvious. This was, ironically, one of the longest rooms that took me to make. And I'm actually serious. This actually took a lot longer than you may think. It may not look like I really did too much, but I actually did a lot more here than you may think. Especially with some rooms that are just merged with both. So, with all that said, we will actually be back here on St. Patrick's Day to claim the rest of these items. So, there will be another video with this party. I just want to make that clear real quick. Now, unlike previous years, over there is not updated. The library is also not updated, but let it be known that there is actually an update with the map. Doing the following shows us that this is actually updated. It actually looks really, really cool. So see, while not much on the outside got updated, there's still something to see here. Let's get rid of that real quick. Good enough. Regardless, now that we got the map update out of the way, I can also confirm right here that Librarian Sheep is not green, despite this room not being updated. We're also going to go do the same for HQ Secretary. There you go. HQ Secretary is green. Alright guys, so yeah, there is a massive difference in this room. First off, all the forts are gone. All of the snow is gone if you don't count the walls. And it turned into pretty much a green, area here. It's basically just looking like this now. I know, this kind of came out of nowhere. And to be honest, I wasn't even expecting to do something like this. But you know what? I thought, let's just go frickin' nuts. But not too nuts. Still trying to not make these events too big anymore, because holy frick, they take forever to clean up. I'm also doing the same for Legos Island, so when we get that back very soon, and I mean very, very soon, I'll also make sure to hopefully do the same. Oh, actually, it's kind of funny I mentioned this because this is ironically where our last item is. However, it is available on March 17th. I forgot to go put March 16th for the luck potion, but I will do that off camera. Outside of that, this is the second to last room in the party. But what do you guys think? From this point forward, all of these are St. Patrick's Day themed, just to clarify. But what do you guys think? This actually looks super cool. And I hope you guys love it. This genuinely is actually really cool. So, what are your guys' thoughts on all of this? Also, it also should be noted that there are a few decorations in here. For the Elemental Sheep, since all of them are green, not only did we change their color, but we also changed their fence color and put a Shamrock banner above them. Or just the St. Patrick's Day banner above them. The same can also be said with Water Sheep, where we can also see he has the updated fence, although actually I think it's always like that. Obviously, he's changed to green. And, of course, we got 2 St. Patrick's Day banners there. Of course, these same can also apply with Snow Sheep as well, because as we can see, they are green. And, of course, I got some banners up there, alongside the fence being changed. Now that I got those minor updates out of the way, I think I forgot to do the Sky Dojo, but I will do that later on. We have one more, and to clarify, this is Blossom up here. You know, where the heck is Blossom and everybody else? I think we saw them down in the storage room earlier. Anyway, this is the last room in the party. No, and I'm, like, actually serious. This is the, like, last room in the whole party. What do you guys think? This genuinely is honestly a really cool room, and a nice way to wrap up the party. What do you guys think? This is honestly such a cool room. And of course, we obviously have even more banners around here, but that item is already available in Snowland, as we just saw earlier. But, oh, wait, we were not meant to do that. But in legitimate seriousness, we can clearly see this is a very cool room. And guys, that wraps up the Pi Day / St. Patrick's Day party of 2024. As you can clearly see down there, it is currently 12:17 a.m. EST, and I am actually really tired, so I'm going to upload this and go to sleep, because I'm probably going to get up kind of early. I don't know. Well, today's actually pretty big. I finally reunite with World's Crystal and Emperors after, you know, almost 2 months. So that's going to be very fun. So that means I definitely have to get some sleep. With all that being said, I will see you all in the next episode on March 17th, which hopefully will be back in the actual game.